Hello everyone and happy Monday. This is Ashley from Ashley Lambert Realty, and you guys are going to go along with me this week as I knock out real estate stuff. First and foremost, if you remember from the last video, I was letting you know about a buyer of mine who was NACA approved, and if you guys have been in the NACA process, you know how hard it is to get NACA approved. But this lady, I think we drafted 4 or 5 offers and we just could not get anyone to accept a NACA approved offer, no matter how strong they were, no matter like how much due diligence we put in. It just wasn't working. So she went ahead and got approved with Cole over at Movement Mortgage for an FHA loan, and so we went out this weekend, saw a few properties, and last night I got the nudge that her offer was accepted. I am so super excited for her. The biggest thing when you are dealing with a situation where your offers are not getting accepted, or you feel like there's slim pickings for your price range, one thing to keep in mind is to not ever settle. And that is something that she definitely did not do. There were properties that we walked in and she was like, no, this one's not for me, or yes, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and see if I can get this one. But she definitely did not settle, which is super good because you just don't want to settle when purchasing a home. If you see my other videos, you know that buying a house is not like buying a shoes. You can't just return it after closing if you say, hey, I no longer want this house. So if you notice, I'm in my workout clothes. I am going to work out 4 times this week and possibly on Saturday, which would make 5. We have a couple of vacations coming up that involve swimsuits, and I do not want to be a pudgy mama out there. So I am hitting the gym hard. I do go to Rockbox Fitness, which has so many locations here in the Charlotte area. I basically bounce between 3 different locations, but I am possibly going to be switching gyms. And the only reason why I love Rockbox so much, but I think I'm going to switch gyms because they don't offer childcare, and that's one of the biggest hurdles for me, is finding time when I don't have the kids or don't have child responsibilities to hit the gym. So I might be switching. So I'm going to test out the other gym first, and if I like it, then I'll make that switch later on this spring, early summer, when my current contract is up. But first thing on my list to do today, other than all the emails and stuff I responded to this morning, is I have to attend a pre-drywall walkthrough at Halstead, which is up in Concord. It's a D.R. Horton Express neighborhood. I have a buyer building out there, and they are about to start constructing her home. So we are doing the pre-construction meeting, not pre-drywall. I think I said pre-drywall earlier, but her pre-construction meeting when we meet with the builder. I'm going to be there and ask questions that she may not think to ask, which is awesome. But first I have to get gas. Typical Ashley fashion. I'm almost out of gas. That is like my mojo lately. So Monday mornings, I always have to rush and get gas. So gas, pre-construction, and then in the office to do tons and tons of work, and then finishing my day out with a really awesome workout. So I'll check in with you guys once I get to the neighborhood. Bye. So I am back in my office. I just finished eating lunch, which was from Kava. I always get the grains, or the greens and grains bowl, which is super duper tasty. I'm totally addicted thanks to Hillary, who is my go-to insurance pro. But we went there a couple of weeks ago, and I believe I've been there about 5 times since then because it's so good. It tastes so fresh. But anyway, I'm in the middle of processing some files right now. The file that fell through the cracks, if you remember the day I had 4 closings scheduled and one of them just didn't happen, I was able to save that file, so it's going to close within the next 2 weeks. That buyer ended up going with Quicken Loans, and so far they're like totally impressing me with their processes and stuff. And then I had to process the file that I just put under contract last night. I put them up on my board. Due diligence period is on the 20th, and then a closing is not until like the 2nd of May, which is a big day for our family. So I hope that we can either close this first thing in the morning or later on in the afternoon, because I really have like a hard date or a hard event on that date and I really can't budget. So this is why I need an assistant. I keep on saying that. This is why I need an assistant. But the walkthrough went very well with the pre-construction meeting with D.R. Horton. On the way back, I literally spoke with 4 other clients just to update them, answer any questions that they had over the weekend, put them on my calendar for various things. My reno project in South Charlotte had another inspection. I think this is inspection number 4. The buyer has sent me a picture, which is something I need to take care of like ASAP. So I'm going to jump on that. But before I do all of that, I need to order groceries to pick up this afternoon after the gym, and after I pick up the kids, I need to swing by the grocery store and pick up groceries. I do like to pick up my own groceries, but weeks like this, I really don't have time. That was me still saving a file, which I'm very happy that I was able to save that one. Like I mentioned, the spring and summer is really, really crazy in real estate. You really have to have a thick skin. You have to keep your idea of what you want and what you need in a home like clear as day in front of you, because you don't want to settle, you don't want to make a rush decision. If you pick a house that you don't want, the only person you're hurting is yourself. So I'd rather you take your time than be rushed. In this market, because houses are coming on and off the market so fast, sometimes people ask me, is it worth to show a home that is under contract show, which is like one of the 2 different under contract statuses? Is it worth showing it? And then is it worth making a backup offer on a home that is already under contract? The answer is yes and yes. Oftentimes you'll see a house go off the market really fast, come back on the market, and go back off the market. And that's oftentimes because that second buyer or third or fourth buyer had a backup offer / contract already pre-negotiated out. So when that first offer fell through, their offer was immediately activated. Backup offers are great for buyers in this market, and they're even better for sellers in this market, because there are a lot of realtors out there who don't know the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. And I really push all of my clients to go for the straight approval. So A, I can protect their money when they go under contract, and B, they know exactly what they can afford, and there are little to no ever surprises. There are surprises sometimes, like when someone forgets that they had a foreclosure, or they forget they were married. I know that's something that some people want to forget, but when you're buying a house, because we're in a marital state, we need to know your complete status when it comes to marriage and things like that. But yes, it is a good idea to put in a backup offer, especially if you really, really loved the house. Like I always say, put a backup offer, because you can still keep on looking at other houses, and if you find something that you love even more, you can withdraw that backup offer and go full-fledged with the next one. But at least your hat is in the game if things do crumble on the other end. So tomorrow looks pretty boring. I'm still going to film because it's going to be a lot of office time, a lot of marketing. I have a Movies Under the Stars client appreciation event coming up soon that I need to plan for.
I have a new agent that's joining my company, which will make 4 agents, which I'm really excited because I'm on track this year for that major goal of growing my business. I have to preview some True Homes models, and then I have to update my website. Again, a lot of marketing stuff, so I will be in my office a lot tomorrow. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comments, because down days like tomorrow, I can answer your questions on video, because 9 times out of 10, if you have a real estate question, more than likely someone else has the same question or a very similar type question. But I'm going to do some paperwork, order groceries, go to the gym, and then do everything else. I might give you a sneak peek of my gym, which is like complete awesome sauce. If you are near a Rockbox Fitness, I know I said previously that I may quit Rockbox, but it's sort of going to ache me if I have to quit, but I may quit Rockbox and go somewhere else. But if you are near a Rockbox, there are so many here around the Charlotte area. Again, I toggle between 3 different locations. There more than likely is a location near you. And I need someone to yell at me when I work out. I need them to be like, Ashley, what are you doing? Push harder, punch harder, run faster, one more type of thing. I need that. So if you need that type of workout, then definitely check out Rockbox. Really, really great coaches, and they give you like an eating plan and things like that. If you stick to it, you're going to get awesome results. But back to work, and I'll check in with you guys. So I am on my way to the gym. I haven't been here in at least a month, ever since my reno project started. So heading there. I'm almost out of breath now, which makes me a little bit scared. So this is the before, and I'm pretty sure the after is going to look a hot freaking mess. But I am actually, I need to find my hand wraps. I don't have any. So that's going to be the first thing that I buy. Check out my gym. So this is how I look after a workout and in the rain. It was like the hardest workout I've had in so long. I feel like I haven't worked out in 2 months, and I think it's been at least a month since I've worked out, which means I need to like really kick my butt into high gear. But while I was working out, I received a few phone calls from clients. I'm just asking questions about where their file is right now. Quite a few new construction homes are wrapping up, so anything that started in the winter is basically coming into fruition right now and almost being complete. So it's time for appraisals and rate locks and final walkthroughs and checking of the finishes and like making sure everything is in the house that they paid for and things like that. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of walkthroughs over the next few weeks just to make sure that everything continues to run smoothly. But first thing on my list is to fight this rain and get my kiddos from daycare, then pick up the groceries, and then once I get everyone settled and bathed and my chores done, I will finish work. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow when I look 100% better. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello everyone, and happy rainy Tuesday. It is about 8:22. I usually start my mornings off with answering a bunch of emails and text messages that I receive after 8 p.m. I try hard not to work past 8 unless I'm putting out like a major real estate fire, which isn't a lot right now, which is a really good thing. I woke up this morning, answered some emails, of course, got my husband and kids out the door, have dinner set out, things like that. Today's another day at the office. So again, I have my gym clothes on. I'm going to be making a lot of phone calls from the comfort of my office. I do have to go to Office Depot to pick up some toner because halfway through my to-do list on yesterday, I ran out of black toner. And I was like, what? So I have to go to Office Depot, pick up some toner, some labels, not letters, but labels. And then I'm going to be at my office literally all day. Next week is tax day, which I hate. That's when I have to write a check to the government for all the awesome services that they provide here in the United States. But anyway, I have to put some final touches on my taxes so my husband and I can 100% fully file over the weekend. the 15th is always stressful. As a business owner, I hate it. I wait until the last minute. As a Virgo, that's a little bit crazy, but no one likes writing checks. So yeah, I'm waiting until the last minute, almost on purpose. But today is just a huge, long to-do list, and everything can be done from my office. So I have on my slap cap. My hair is still in my little doodle-doos that I sleep in at night. I did, at least I did my makeup just in case I didn't scare you guys on camera. Days like this, it's like a lot of behind-the-scenes work. I have some appraisals. I have some appraisals to follow up with, an inspection to schedule, a handyman to schedule, walkthroughs, approvals to follow up with. So I have a lot of scheduling to do. Next week, one of the files that was supposed to close on the 30th is closing next week. So I'm preparing for that. I chatted with her via email on yesterday, following up with my clients who had seller possession after closing type things going on. I had 2 of those, and following up with them to make sure that everything is still easy peasy. It's still looking good. So again, a lot of scheduling behind the scenes. So no fun stuff of showing property. Tomorrow I do have a home inspection for the home that I put under contract over the weekend. I don't expect anything weird to pop up on the home inspection, but if you're a realtor, you know that you sort of hold your breath. Inspections, inspection report, and the appraisal. It's like after the appraisal you can sort of sigh or have a moment of relief until closing, and then after that it's like a little bit easy. The first step, of course, is the home inspection. So I've already had that scheduled, but again, it's just getting everything together, wet signatures and things like that that's needed for her loan type. Let me get to Office Depot in this rain, and then I am off to my office.